Well, for its part, business wants the president to commit to definite timelines in the economy's reform process. It says billions can be released if the State of the Nation address inspires confidence by pledging to implement reforms immediately. eNCA's Devan Murugan has more.
The week leading up to the State of the Nation address saw mining companies flag stellar profits, thanks chiefly to rising commodity prices. It's good for dividends. However, that money needs to find its way back into investment, expanding the economy and creating jobs. But uncertain regulation, erratic power supply and lagging infrastructure have got investors too apprehensive.
In fact, the mining industry says it has 20 billion rands worth of projects currently held up in red tape and bureaucratic processes. So can the State of the Nation address go any way to unlock this? President Ramaphosa can start by encouraging the government to further loosen licensing requirements for self-generated electricity.
That would be, I think, a massive signal. We've seen Andre de Ruyter come out and say that at Indaba this week. We've seen that backed up by the Energy Intensive Users Group and Booster amongst others. And if he said that personally as opposed to as government, that would be a very interesting signal.
11 million South Africans are jobless in an economy that wasn't growing even before COVID-19. Hence the calls for the speedy implementation of the Economic Reconstruction and Recovery Plan. But the pledged spectrum auction to release broadband hasn't happened, as promised during the last SONA. It's now tied up in court challenges. Also not off the ground is bid window 5 for renewable power independent producers. Business wants clear timetables, policies and accountability.
We have to acknowledge that we're in a race now, not only against the pandemic, but against other countries that find themselves in similar situations and are trying to attract the same capital, mobilize the same resources.
On the eve of Ramaphosa's address, the presidency released a report saying 600,000 people have been placed or are in the process of taking up temporary jobs as part of a promised employment stimulus plan, most of them as assistant teachers. Devan Murugan, Johannesburg.